What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Moco video. I'm going to be giving you guys an update of everything that's happened over the last few days inside of Moco. As many of you may already know, I was out of town and sick. Yeah, it stinks to be on vacation and ill, but that doesn't mean that things stop inside of the game. Everything keeps on flowing, and let's get you guys up to date on what has been happening. First things first, we have a new Moco Sports Pass. This is the new Shard Hunt Pass. Notice it has 12 days left on it as of today and quite a few cosmetics along the way. Remember, the premium version of this is what costs you $10. That's going to get you the cosmetics all along the way. Everything else on this pass you can attain absolutely for free, so there is zero pay to win element on this. Supercell staying strong and staying true to this will not be a pay-to-win game. Love that about it 100%. As you can see, once you get to the end, it says 0 of 120. That means that you can attain 120 additional rewards at the end of the pass, and then they will stop. This is to prevent players from taking advantage of the chaos shards and farming those to gain additional power in the game. Now, we also have rewards being given out for the top players in the Shotbow Mayhem event, but something regarding this, the top 6 players actually are on the leaderboard in that position because they somehow teamed up with additional players. I believe it was 6 players in total instead of the 3 that were supposed to be placed. Now, because this was a bug within the system, Supercell is being generous and kind to not give them any rewards for it. So the top 6 players will still receive those top rewards, but the players underneath will not be penalized for it. So they will also be given rewards as if those top 6 players were not there, which is actually quite kind in both ways for the players up top that earned it because of a system error, and the players down below that earned it the proper way, so that they are not going to be penalized for someone being able to take advantage of, or not even take advantage of, just be matched inappropriately and getting a solid score. That's honestly an unbeatable score. In addition to this, yeah, Squid Blades is no more. It is officially Jaded Blades as of now. This means invisibility for Squid Blades is absolutely gone. You can't go invisible with Squid Blades. It was a great feature, but it was an abused feature. Dungeons or rifts, they're just changed forever now for everybody. So the new thing here, repeatedly stab a single enemy at close range at a high attack speed. The dash combo, basically your combo bar is going to always be filling up, and then you could do a dash and attack. I actually find this to be a little bit wonky. It hits a little bit weird for me, and it's probably me needing to gain a little bit more practice with it. Because when I initially played with it as Jaded Blades, I felt, nah, it wasn't the best for me in particular. Now, before I go any further inside of any updates with you guys, I want to remind all of you to head on over to the shop, head on all the way over to the right, and throw in code ECHO. See, even I needed to myself. This directly supports me as a content creator here on YouTube, and I thank you guys for that. So, we have one other thing that has just dropped inside of the game, and that is the single strike gauntlet for Boombox. Now, I recorded my video yesterday from the hotel room, ill, and I made an error in that video. The last single strike event was not the one that many players were upset about. That was another event. The last time we had the single strike, it was with the jetpack. So now we're using Boombox instead. And notice that there are no cosmetics along with this. So this is an absolute free event. There's no cosmetics to purchase, and all you'll be able to gain are 10,000 experience, 5 Mo Gold, and the NPC title, which is kind of cool because it's just gonna, be a very passive, casual thing, a way to gain yourself some more experience. But some of the bigger discussion that players are having is players that reach kind of around level 60 are finding themselves stuck with nothing to do inside of the game. They're finding that they're then logging in every day and they're going and doing their 4 times, 3 times, 2 times the normal XP, and then they're kind of dwindling off because there's nothing more for them to do to progress their account. My question is, are you guys in that position? Are you at that point inside of the game where your grind is kind of done, where really all that you're grinding for left over is maybe your events over here at the Elite Hunter program, trying to get yourself as many of these cosmetics as you can, trying to get your Elite Dash module all the way up to that top level, which is going to be right over here at Elite Dash module level 6, unlocking at level 100. Once you get to level 60, everything kind of slows down. And that brings up the question of Endgame inside of Moco. Is Endgame in place yet, and does it require PvP to be a stronger thing inside of the game? As we have it right now, PvP, or the versus mode, there's a lot of different options, right? Lone Ranger, Double Trouble, Big Party, One Shot, Twice Cooked, Quad Damage, Merge Charge, Mega Charge, and Mega Mayhem. And who knows, there could be beyond this that I haven't even experienced that at my current level, which is at level 67. But the point is, how can we fill up these events? This is the question that really Supercell has to be having for themselves. How can we fill up these events with players, not with bots, so that it could be a more enjoyable experience? Well, one thing, in my opinion, is maybe get rid of some of the different versus events. Maybe there's too many, and I'm not often one to say there's too many of something inside of a game, but if you're not able to queue up enough players because there's so many events, maybe you have 8 people in Mega, 8 people in Mega Mayhem, 7 in Quad, 4 in Twice Cooked, and maybe only 2 in One Shot. You're just not going to be able to fill up those lobbies. There's going to be a lot of bots inside of them. So having less lobbies could be an answer, a solution for this problem. But I think the bigger thing that we could do here that would be a lot more beneficial is just offer really solid rewards. Now, have a look. I'm someone that does enjoy PvP, and I don't even push it myself. Now, action RPGs typically are not PvP games. Moco is an action RPG. It's a title that is built around that genre, which is focused on grinding for gear, grinding for level, and then putting together the best builds inside of the game. As we're seeing now, once you reach level 60 inside of Moco, that grind diminishes because there's less to grind for. Now, of course, maybe only some of the most elite players are at those levels already and the ones that are putting in those crazy hours. But even myself, I don't grind for 5 to 10 hours a day. I put in 2 to 3 hours per day, and I myself am at that level where there's kind of limited amounts of things to do. So I'm anticipating that a lot of players who are at this position are feeling the same. The good thing is we're in this game at an early stage. We're not at the absolute, this is the game as it is, sealed and stamped, nothing can change. Lots of things can change. We are still waiting for more invite codes for more players to come into the game, and it's only going to improve, in my opinion. I do think there's a great basis here for Moco, and I think only great things to come. Remember, guys, I'm going to be live streaming today at 12 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to be diving into the event. We're going to be checking out, well, we're going to not only be diving into the event, because obviously we need to complete this in full. You're going to be finding out if I'm going to be purchasing this pass or not, and we're going to be going in, running some of the biggest mobs inside of Moco, doing jobs and farming experience and chaos cores like bosses inside of the game. I hope to see all of you guys there. Make sure you subscribe, and thank you again for using code ECHO.